So this is going to be a response to Sophia. I guess that's her name. She talks about herself in the third person. Then she sort of explains why she's making a video about objectivism, which is Ayn Rand's philosophy that she used in her novels as well as her nonfiction books. I guess you can tell by the title that she wants to get responses and just to get a better idea, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what the purpose of her title is, but she starts off by saying objectivism or rational self-interest as if the two are mutually inclusive. They are, in fact, but what she did mention was that rational self-interest is a subset of Ayn Rand's ethical principles. There are other branches of philosophy besides ethics, for instance, metaphysics, aesthetics, what's another one? Epistemology. So she was nitpicking on one aspect of Ayn Rand's philosophy, and she was completely ignoring the rest of it, not looking at the bigger picture. That was just one issue. I thought I'd do a response video since there's been so many comments on her stupid video. Like I said, it starts off with her talking in the third person, which kind of reminded me of Bob Dole when he was debating Clinton way back in the 90s or whatever, whenever it was. Anyway, so aside from the nitpicky aspect of it, it was an either-or fallacy. In other words, if you don't help somebody who fell on the street, that must mean that you're a devotee of Ayn Rand, rational self-interest, whatever else the hell she's talking about, and you're not subscribing to her philosophy, which is altruism. And if I misinterpreted what she said, correct me if I'm wrong, please. So this means that you either follow two paths in your ethical problems. You either follow rational self-interest or you follow altruism when confronted with somebody falling on the street. It could be a combination of both. I suppose you could help the person off the street and ask them for a nickel. I don't know. It's certainly within the realm of possibility, which sort of segues into the next aspect of her argument, that fail sandwich argument, which is that each person is a unique sovereign individual. By that I mean to say, yeah, you can say rational self-interest is good. It's been good for mankind over time, or you could make the case for altruism. Either way. But that's beside the point, because each person acts differently in that type of situation. So even a society of robots would act differently. So it doesn't make sense to say, oh, there's reaction A and reaction B, and I prefer reaction B because there could be 5 different reactions or 1 million different reactions. That's what makes Homo sapiens different from other animals. We have the ability to make choices, and I think Ayn Rand pointed that out. If you read her non-fiction books, it's spelled out in plain English. I mean, I understand that she was born in Russia. Russia was her native language, but she was quite a prolific English speaker, easy to understand. Granted, she did use some convoluted words in her novels and her nonfiction books, but anybody with a college level understanding of English should be able to understand what she wrote. And so it boggles the mind, these people who pretend like they know Ayn Rand, objectivism, and whatnot, and they have some aspersion or aversion to it. but they never even bothered to pick up her books or at least understand what she was writing. Um, so there's that. And that's about all I have to say on the matter. I mean, it's just a silly argument all the way around. You can call it either or fallacy. You can call it sweeping generalization. All humans must act according to A or B, like a simple generalization. Or you could just say, read the damn book before you spout off and pretend like you know what you're saying. I mean, it's a good idea to put in your title that this is a thought experiment, because you've got a lot more thinking to do. All right, that's it. Laters.